All right. Today I got to sneak away to Axeman, very luckily. Had to drop a family member off at the Minneapolis airport, so kind of gave me a chance or a reason to putter my way over there since it was kind of in the neighborhood. But anyways, kind of your average Axeman hunt. I spent way too much time thinking between things that I should get while I was there, but this is what I came home with. Start off with this over here. Now, this seems homebrew. There's not a single brand name on it except for Knight right there, Delco right there, and then Lafayette right there. This just kind of screams homebrew. And this is a power supply that goes from 0 to 38 volts. I have not tested it. We will have to do that in this video. Alright, next we are going to be moving over to this thing. This is kind of the main attraction of the show. This is an HP. Yes, the same HP that makes computers. 5381A. 80 megahertz frequency counter. This was built around maybe 1975 or so. It's really long. I looked it up after I bought it, and this is a very expensive piece of technology. It does say warning high voltage there. Won't be monkeying this with the back off though. There's our switched power supply, like a dip switch almost. Some kind of adjustment, oscillator external, internal, and then there's the external oscillator input. Fuse, power transformer kind of thing, and a detachable power cord. So let's see if this works. Oh, that's right, I should probably plug it in. Anyways, before we do that, sorry about this. I guess I'll move on to the last thing, which as you can see I got for $5. This is a Hitachi probe with a grounding port on it. This part comes off. There's the probe. They had a huge bin full of probes, and this is the cheapest one that I found. So this is the one that I grabbed. So let me get this plugged in. Might I note that this probe also has a little slider thing like that you can grab onto a wire with. And we got this, which I've already pointed out, alligator clip. Alright, we got it plugged in. And it works. Not too surprised by that. But here's our certification right here. Some kind of service tag of 323.96, due February of 97. It says good up to 125 megahertz, so I shouldn't really worry about that. Ooh, that was kind of cool. So this will be a nice addition to my collection. I'm going to download a PDF manual from the internet so that I know how to use this thing the way that it's supposed to be used. I'm going to read the manual over quite a bit. Because I feel like this could be a very useful piece to my collection of service equipment. And it's made by HP, which is really kind of cool. It's made before this was built before they really did computers. Before, I guess, anyone was really doing computers. Any mainstream companies now. Except for maybe IBM, but I wouldn't call them very mainstream nowadays. But anyways, yeah, I guess let's test this. Okay, this is a homebrew. Interesting, this must have been built in late 1980, because this is an old balance sheet that the schematic is written on. And it smells very, very strongly of mothballs, whether it is mothballs or not. And look at this. It's got an old Malloy capacitor. I don't think those go bad. I think those are generally speaking pretty good. Here's our schematic. Now, my question is, if that's a 24 volt transformer, then why does this say 38 volts? Is the transformer going bad and it's like slowly increasing its voltage count or something? Or what is it doing? Why 38 volts on this sticky note that was placed on the top of it, and why 25 or 24 on the schematic? Well, guess there's only one way to find out what the real voltage is. That's with the multimeter. Alright, so for those of you who this would bother, it's supposed to go like this. And I believe what's going on here is, so this must have been from some kind of maybe a CRT tester voltage reader, although that triangle would probably be around 6.3 volts. Some kind of like test equipment meter. And what this guy is doing is he's using it as a percentage scale of the 24 volts or 38 or 95 million volts. So this is kind of cool. I like homebrew stuff if it works and doesn't explode. Let me throw a knob on there just in case. Well, I'm an idiot. A knob doesn't fit on there. This type of knob that I have splits halfway down the middle. That one's like 80%. Well, the power supply is totally dead. I just hooked it up to the Variac. I don't know which position the switch is supposed to be in, so I just kicked it in one way. And I cranked this up to like 104, put it the other way after turning that off, and brought it up to 104 again, and nothing showed up here. It's because I have the multimeter in the wrong position. Okay. Idiocy is over. I'm going to test it again. Okay. Idiocy level 1000. Maybe I should have the potentiometer above 0 to get this thing to work. That might be a smart decision, huh? Just going to put it halfway. I'm getting something on the multimeter. 1.2 volts, that's all you're going to give me? Oh, it must be maybe off or something. Okay, let's try this again. Again, that's all you're going to give me? 1.2 volts, huh? So basically it's a AA battery that's rechargeable. Something's not right here. I'll have to go through this thing. I might make a fun repair video, repairing a homebrew thing. That'll be kind of cool. Anyways, maybe I should test it one more time with the potentiometer cranked in the complete opposite direction that I had it the first time, making it the maximum position. Okay, this is more like it. This is what I like to see. I'm going to crank the Variac up. What I don't like is that meter right there. Don't like the way that thing acts. If I'm remembering correctly, meters should not peg. Maybe I have the potentiometer up too much or something. I don't know. We'll go through this thing in a future video, so stay tuned for that if you're interested in going through this old Delco, Lafayette, Knight, Rando power supply unit, homebrew from 1980. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll go through the cringy like, subscribe, and share with all your friends.